Well, good evening and welcome to the Amadeitist spiritual service. We have two guests this evening, Sarah Wawman, who will give the opening prayer and reading, and our guest medium is Sarah Mclauchlan. I hope I pronounced both of those right.
You have.
Yeah.
A warm
Evening,
welcome to you
everyone.
both. It's good to have you here. I must
Thank you.
apologise for my absence last week and thank Chris Vaughan for stepping in at the last minute. And also thank you to everybody who messaged me to check up that I was okay. Okay, the outline of our service this evening will be as follows. We'll have an opening prayer, a reading, followed by an address, followed by some music, then a moment's silence for distant healing, followed again by some music. Then we'll have a demonstration of mediumship, and this will be followed by our notifications and closing prayer. As usual, the chat will stay open for anyone who wants to stay. Okay, so I will hand over to Sarah W. for our opening prayer and reading.
Okay. If everybody would like to join me in the quiet. Divine and gracious Spirit, I thank you for bringing us here this evening. As we open this service this evening, I ask that we just send out that healing light and that healing love and hope that it reaches the places it needs to. We just give a moment and spend a thought for all those carers and all those doctors and nurses on the front line at this time. I ask that we just send a thought to all the animals of the kingdom. I ask also that we just give that love and that gratitude to Mother Earth for all that she gives us. And as we do so, can we just spare a moment just to think about our children of the world and all this confusion and all this, what we're going through, that they find the love and the guidance that they so truly need on their earthly journey. And I ask this evening that me and Sarah bring the love, the healing and the upliftment where it's needed, and in truth, love and light. Amen.
Amen. Back to you when you're ready, Sarah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, the reading I have chosen this evening is called Information Please. I think the author is unknown, but I'd like to share it with you if that's okay. Information Please. When I was quite young, my father had one of those first telephones on our neighbourhood. I remember the polished old case fastened to the wall, the shiny receiver hung on the side of the box. I was too little to reach a telephone, but I used to listen with fascination when my mother talked into it. Then I discovered that somewhere inside the wonderful device lived an amazing person. Her name was Information Please. And there was nothing she did not know. Information Please could supply anybody's number and the correct time. My first personal experience with the genie in the bottle came one day while my mother was visiting a neighbour. Amusing myself at the tool bench in the basement, I whacked my finger with the hammer. The pain was terrible, but there didn't seem to be any reason for crying because there was no one home to give me sympathy. I walked around the house, sucking my throbbing finger, finally arriving at the stairway. The telephone, quickly! I ran and ran for the footstool in the parlour and dragged it to the landing. Climbing up, I unhooked the receiver in the palm and held it to my ear. Information, please, and I said into it, to the mouthpiece just above my head. A click or two and a small voice came to my ear. Information. I hurt my finger. I waited for the phone. I wailed into the phone. The tears came readily enough now. I had an audience. It wasn't isn't your mother home, came the question. Nobody's home but me. I blubbed. After bleeding. Are you bleeding? The voice asked. No, I replied. I hit my finger with the hammer and it hurts. Can you get to the icebox? She asked. I said I could. Then chip off a little piece of ice and hold your finger on it, said the voice. After that, I called Information Please for everything. I asked for help with my geography, and she told me where Philadelphia was. She helped me with my maths. She told me my pet chipmunk that I caught in the park just the day before would eat fruit and nuts. And then there was a time Petey, our pet canary, died. I called Information Please and told the sad story. She listened. Then she said the usual things grown-ups say to soothe a child, but I was insoluble. And I asked her, why is it that birds sing so beautifully and bring joy to families, only to end up as a heap of feathers in the bottom of the cage? She must have sensed my deep concern, for she said quietly, Paul, always remember there are other worlds to sing in. Somehow I felt better. Another day I was on the telephone. Information, please. Information, she said, now the familiar voice. How do you spell fix? I said, as I took the place in a small town in Pacific Northwest. When I was 9 years old, we moved across the country to Boston. I missed my friend very much. Information, please, belonged into an old woman box back home. And I somehow never thought of trying the tall, shiny new phone that sat on the table in the hall. As I grew into my teens, the memory of those childhood conversations never really left me. Often in my moments of doubt and perplexity, I would recall the serene sense of security I had then. I appreciated now how patient and understanding and kind she was as to have spent her time on a little boy. A few years later, on the way to West College, my plane put down in Seattle. Had about half an hour or so between planes. I spent 15 minutes on the phone with my sister who lived there now. And without thinking what I was doing, I dialed my hometown operator and said, information, please. Miraculously, I heard the small, clear voice I knew so well. Information, I had planned this, but I heard myself saying, could you please tell me how to spell fix? There was a long pause. Then came the soft-spoken voice. I guess your finger must have healed by now. And she laughed. So it's really still you. And I said, I wonder if you have had any idea how much you meant to me during the time. I wonder, she said, if you knew how much your calls meant to me. I never had children, and I used to look forward to your calls. I told her how often I had thought of her over the years and asked if I could call again when I'm back home to visit my sister. Please do, she said. Just ask for Sally. 3 months later, I went back to Seattle. A different voice answered information. I asked for Sally. She said, are you a friend? She asked. Yes, I'm a very old friend, I answered. I'm sorry I have to tell you this. She said, Sally has been working part-time the last few years because she was sick. She died 5 weeks ago. Before I could hang up, she said, wait a minute. Did you say your name was Paul? Yes, I replied. Well, Sally left a message for you. She wrote it down in case you called. Let me read it to you. The note said, tell him I still say there are other worlds to sing in. Never underestimate the impression you make on others whose life you have touched, or your impression you make on others. On that note, I would like to ask you to remember how much difference one person can make in someone's life. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. That was lovely. Okay, when you're ready, Sarah M., we'll hand over to you for the address.
Okay, evening, everybody. What a beautiful reading. When Sarah sent that over yesterday, I thought, oh, that is just absolutely perfect, especially for now, because we're all struggling, we're all going on our own journey, and it's the people we meet that do leave the impressions on us, but we also leave an impression on them too. And what a wonderful way that Sally actually said to a child about there are other worlds to sing in. Didn't that open his mind up to the possibilities of a different world where they go to after death? And he remembered that all through his adult life. What we got to remember is how we act around children will have a massive impact on them. If we're angry, they'll learn to be angry quickly. If we have patience, they'll learn to have patience. If they hold resentment, they'll hold resentment too. So every act we have will have an effect on our own children. And they say we are our own parents. And that's very true, because however your parents are is how that you are going to be throughout life, unless you realise and you make those changes. When we come into the world, we're not scared of anything. Spiders, nothing. Yet because we've seen our parents react to them, we feel scared. And just like that little boy in that story where he banged his fingers, he thought, well, there's no point crying because there's nobody around. So he didn't cry. Yet as soon as he got sympathy, he started to cry and react to it because he had that emotion around him. When my child was growing up, he's quite old now, but when he was growing up and he used to fall down, I'd say, oh, have you made the pavement cry? Is there a hole in it? And he would start looking at the pavement rather than concentrating on the pain of his knee, and would laugh. I also found out that if I cried as a mum, he would follow me. So that's how children are. So we have a lot of responsibility on our shoulders without actually realising it, that we have to be a positive upliftment, and that is hard. And we've got to give them inspiration, because if we give them inspiration, they're going to learn to be inspiring as they get older. And it's not until we get older that we actually look back on our life and we actually realise the people that impress us. I work in a care home, and I've got to say, I do have the nicest job of it, because I do the activities with the older people, and they've all got dementia. And one little lady, and you're not allowed favourites, but she is one of my favourites. She used to be a nurse, and she said, it's not till now that I realise how much people needed patience with their own patients around them, and that I never had that patience to show them, because I was busy with my life and I had chores to do and I had all the other people to look after. And she actually said, I wish I had more patience and more time and more understanding. But it took her to be in that position before she actually realised it. But at least she realised it, and she's learnt from her lesson, and she's got more patience. She's one of the most beautiful person you could ever meet. And she was actually a telephone operator that put people through. So your story was lovely and connected with that, because I've been with her that day and sat with her. And she's always smiling and always finds something positive in her life to share with you. And if she can do that, and she's 92 with dementia, she inspires so much to other people too. So remember, it's not just what we get from other people, it's what we give back as well. And I'm very grateful to her, because she's taught me a lot along my way, and so have many of the other people. And they share their story, and they share it with laughter or tears, sadness and happiness. But they've all got a story, and you've all got a story. So remember, whatever effect, impression you have on people, somewhere you will have a positive effect that people will look back on and remember with happiness, fondness and love. And you will make a difference in somebody else's life by just giving them your time. So I'm going to leave those words with you. And remember that one other thing is, children's innocent minds are open to the possibility and impressions of so much. Let's make them positive. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. It's beautiful. Now we'll have our first piece of music.
I'm tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out, and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up in spite silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Lovely. Right, if you'd like to join me in a moment's silence as we send out healing to all those who are in need this evening. If you know anybody who is in need of healing, please hold them in your thoughts as I read out our healing prayer. Gracious Spirit, of thy goodness, hear our anxious prayer. Take our loved ones who are suffering, neath thy tender care. Loving Father, hear us. Gracious Spirit, may thy presence shed a healing ray, turning all their night of darkness into glorious day. Loving Father, hear us. Gracious Spirit, shouldst thou claim them, be their light and guide. Lead them to the heavenly kingdom, safely by thy side. Loving Father, hear us. Hear us. Amen. Now we'll have our next piece of music. Lovely. Now I ask you all to send your love to Sarah M. as she links into our loved ones on our behalf. So over to you, Sarah.
Isn't it Sarah Pink first?
It's
No?
okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. You go first. We're just
Oh,
Either one,
okay.
I don't mind.
Are you ready, Sarah? Because I wasn't expecting that. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, I'll go first then. Okay. It was, yeah, I should have said that.
Sorry.
Okay, right. Can I come to Nikki, please? Nikki Prime. We've got.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Right, let's see what I can do for you. Okay. Okay, as I join my energy with you, I've got a lady that's coming in. I want to say she's making me, I want to say she wants me to sit up straight. And I know as she blends her energy with me, I know that she would have been a slightly little bit cuddlier than myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not sure why I've lost you.
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, okay. And I want to say she's that little bit cuddlier myself. And as she comes that little bit closer, I feel I had issues going on around my throat and swallowing with this lady. Okay. Yeah. Would you understand this lady as being
Sure.
Nan, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Okay. And I really struggled with my throat for quite a long time, she's telling me. Would you
Yeah.
understand? Yeah.
Yes.
Just to get food down and get it in me, which made me, I want to say, made me quite lose. It obviously would make her lose weight, but it made her, I want to say, really uneasy, you know. Would you understand?
Yes.
I've got quite a nervousness with her as well. Would you understand that? Yeah. But I want to say, when she was well, she was bright as a button. I want to say she knew what she wanted. She knew what she wanted to do. I'm really good. I'm really good. She's telling me I was really good around the home, bless her. But as she says that, she says it got so hard. Would you understand? I just couldn't. I was virtually living in a little space. She's telling me it's as if I'm living in my bedroom or. But she said, but when I was well, I was literally, my home was. She's saying spotless. I literally, I loved doing. I love being a nan. I want to love being a mum with her. Would you understand? Would you understand the name Iris, please?
The name Iris.
Yeah, Iris. Okay. No.
I'll take it, but
Okay. No. Okay. I'm just. Would you understand that she liked the flowers, the irises, please?
Yes.
Little purple. Okay. I wasn't sure it was a name, so I knew. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And yeah, she loved the little flowers, but she loved flowers though, didn't she?
Yeah.
But there must be a connection, not just with the chrysanthemums, white ones that would connect with her more so with you both, as if it was a flower that you would take her often. Would you understand?
Yeah.
I know that I'm really good. She wants to bring, she's giving me food. Would you understand bread pudding?
Yeah.
That she would have made, and I've got loads of sugar on it. And she's telling me that she was just encouraging you to dip it in the sugar. She didn't care, you know. We didn't then years ago. We didn't think like that, did we? But I want to say, what a beautiful lady. Okay, she's telling me she had a hard life. Okay. I want to say in her younger life, I know years ago they had to take on a lot of responsibility, but I want to say she had to fight for everything that she had, and it wasn't easy. So I hope you understand what she's saying there to me. And she's coming in to say thank you very much for doing everything. You know, literally, she said anything that she wanted done, if it wasn't you, it'd be mum. Can you understand that? You know, and she said that she wouldn't have been able to survive that long without you, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. And obviously, something to do with her care. There was an issue as well. So that fighting, that, you know, but that's the energy I want to bring forward to you. Okay, the energy that she's bringing you is that fight, that inner fight. Okay, I want to remind you of the strength that you have to move you forward. Okay, and I want to say, I know we've all got all these issues going on, but this is outside COVID. This is something that you have to deal with, but I want to say, so you won't deal with it with that strength that, you know, that's in you from your family, from, you know, from where you've come from. Okay. I want to give you 1980. There must have been a significant year. I've got the song Tracy Chapman, Cars. So there
Yeah.
must be relevant, okay, why I want to bring that to you. So if you can't think now, but please think back to there's something there around that time with that song that I need to mention to you. Okay. She loved things with pattern on, didn't she? I've got flowery stuff everywhere, and like her penny. I want to say I had a penny that you tie around your back, you know, and it's got I want to say it's like bluey colour pattern flowers and everything. I wonder if you can remember that. Someone must still got her scarves or something. I wouldn't say they've got a lot left of what she had, but I feel someone must have her scarves she's mentioning to me. So I don't know if you could ask Mum on that. Okay, I want to go to December for you, so I know that I've got quite a lot of emotion in December, so I know there must be a passing that would be in December. I feel the early part around the 8th there. You're not quite sure?
The funeral, we had a funeral on the 9th.
Okay, all right, but I know that I've got lots of love and lots of you know, I want to hold you in December. Okay, I want to go to June. I feel upliftment in June, so I know there'll be birthday, so all smiles and energy and, you know, that celebration. Okay. Okay. Is you the dart player?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so just bringing that forward, those memories, and look how much it's made you laugh. Okay.
My gosh.
Yes. Okay. So she's just bringing that forward, but her message for you this evening is that she loves you, and so please say thank you to Mum. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, she's all so grateful from the spirit world, and she said sometimes could be a little bit, what is it, a little bit tetchy, a little bit not sure how, because that was just what she was going through. She knew, you know, but she's just saying thank you to Mum, but please, the strength is quite important, you know, that energy. Remember who you are. All right. Please take our love, and thank you for working with me.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, I forgot to say, normally we do 2 and then we swap over. So, okay, let me just have a little bit of a drink. Okay, can I come to Ruth, please?
Lovely, thank you.
Okay, right, hold on a sec. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, let's see. Okay, as I blend my energy with you, I've got a gentleman that's coming in, and straight away, I always get this. They always make me want to sit up straight. I feel like I've got a real gentleman that had manners, respect, you know, and I feel like I've got this sort of strictness about me as he blends his energy with me. Okay, I know I had issues. I feel like I've got a real big cough. My lungs were quite bad. Would you understand that? And I know my hair, I like my hair in a set way. I definitely had a parting, and I know it in a set way. And it went quite light, he's telling me. Would you understand this, gentleman? Yeah, would it have been Dad, please? Yeah. No, not Dad. Okay, as long as you understand the gentleman, but that's that connection, that love. Would you understand that I have? Okay, and as he he's telling me he had some issues getting around. He couldn't walk and do the things that he used to do. Would you understand? Because he loved to be outside. I love to be in the fresh air, but he liked his own space, his own company. Would you understand that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. He also he loved to read as well. Would you understand the reading? Yeah, with him. Okay. And I want to say with him, I'm really good with my hands, something to do with engineering or something that, would you understand that? Yes. Okay. I'm really good with my hands, something with engineering, and I'm really, I love doing that. I really love doing that, he's telling me. And I want to say, but he says, I literally changed as a man. I sort of, he's got this strictness about him, this manners, and I feel like he was so proud to be able to give to his family and to everyone. But as he changed, it changed with him because he couldn't be that person anymore. Would you understand that? Yeah. And he's just saying that, but he also tells me he kept a lot back. He kept a lot back. Would you understand? And I know that he's saying that it was private. There was other stuff that's going on, not just his lungs. I want to say lower down. Would you understand? Lower down. Would you understand? Okay, because he's just mentioning to me the waterworks. Something wasn't quite right there, but he's telling me you wouldn't know if he's kept it to himself anyway. Okay, but that's just the way he's given it to me. You must understand the name Dave. That would be in the spirit world, please. And I want to give you a mark as well. It would be on the earth, please. And wherever mark is, I want to send that healing there. I want to, send that healing love there. And just, I don't know if you can make contact, but I just literally want to say thoughts are needed on there. Okay. I want to also bring healing to yourself. I feel like your issues within your tummy area. Would you understand that? Yes. And so I wonder, he's mentioned he's bringing that healing there. And also with your knees, I feel like they're a little bit swollen. Would you understand that? And he's bringing that healing there. You must feel him because he's putting his hand on my shoulder. So I know you must feel sensation from him. And he's just saying that's him when you feel that on your shoulder. Okay. But whatever he done or wanted to do within his life, he achieved. Would you understand? Yeah. Okay. There must be also, he's telling me that there's something that would be planted in his memory. Would you understand that? Yes. Okay. Because he's just saying it's like a tree. It's got purple flowers on. That's all I know. I couldn't tell you what it is, but I know it's got purple flowers on. But that's what he's mentioning to me. But just the energy he's bringing forward to you, to the message that he really comes with. I feel like I want to encourage you to. He's showing me music, like a violin or some sort of that. Would you know that would be in the family violin? Okay, I'm asking. Okay. The energy that he's bringing forward is, I feel like I need to encourage you to listen to some different sort of music to keep your energy where it is. Would you understand? To keep your vibration, to change your mood, if you like. He just wants to lift you up. And with that, I've got a lot of yellow coming in for you. And just to give you that energy and that energy that you're needing, if that makes sense to you. Yeah. Okay. I want to go. I want to give you January. January. I've got a passing in January for you around the 18th, around that time. I want to go to. Oh, February. There's a birthday. Like coming up. There must be a birthday coming up. I want to go to July. I've got a wedding anniversary that would have been in July. I don't know if you know that, but if you can find out on that, would be a wedding anniversary that would be in July. But he loves you very much. Not that he said it very often, because he kept it to himself, if you like. But he's learning from the spirit world, and he just wants to know that when you feel him, that's him. Okay, and please take his love, and I want to say respect as well, because that was who he was. Okay, thank you very much for working with me. Thank you. Lots of love to you. Over to you, Sarah.
Thank you. Can I come to Heidi, please? Are you able to unmute yourself?
Yeah,
Lovely.
thank you.
You Hi, you disappeared earlier, and I thought, oh no, where's she gone? But then you've come back. Okay, I do have two people here. I've got a gentleman and I've got a lady. Now the lady, she says she lost weight as she got older. They both lived to good age, they're telling me, and her hair would have thinned as well. She's telling me she would have had longer hair during her life, but as she got older, she cut it. It got shorter for maintenance and easy maintenance. She's also telling me that when we're younger, we can remove unwanted hair. She's telling me she couldn't remove it as she would have wanted it.
Yeah.
There as well. So, and she's saying that's important so you understand who she is as well.
Yeah, I do realise.
Lovely. She's also given me Margaret. So the name Margaret, I'm not saying that's her name, but we'll relate around her there. She's telling me she did just get really old and fragile, is what she's saying, and unsteady on her feet as well. She's also, I've got to say Pam, she's just given me Pam as well. So if you find Margaret, you'll find Pam.
Right,
around her, you understand? Lovely.
Yeah.
And the gentleman's coming in and he would have shuffled, and he's coming in and he's showing me his slippers. So he would have worn the slippers towards the end because he's saying they were more comfortable. Or he's just telling me he couldn't get his shoes on. So I hope you understand why he's saying that. I couldn't get my shoes on. And he's telling me he shuffled along and he wasn't able to move as quick and as agile as he used to be, which you don't when you get older as well. He's also showing me that he would have carried stuff in on a tray as well. He would have had a tray, and I feel it's wooden because that's how he's shown me, not a plastic one. But he still maintained his independence. He wanted his independence, where this lady couldn't have her independence. She needed extra help. She needed lots of help, she's telling me as well. She's also just given me a box of tissues. So when she's given me that, to me, she always had tissues around her.
She did.
Yeah.
She was dribbling a lot as well. So
okay. Right. Yeah. The gentleman's saying I had a very rich, full life, is what he's telling me. I achieved a lot. I done a lot. And I made a difference to people's lives. I made a difference. I had an impact, is what he said. I had an impact on them as well. I tried to do my best in many ways. Didn't always get there. He is humble. He is humble, and he wants to apologize. So you understand why he wants to apologize?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So it's up to you whether you accept it, but he wants to pass that on as well. He's also just given me that song, Two Little Birds Sitting on My Shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Do you understand the relevance to that? I
do. Yeah.
Lovely. That's good. He's given me July as well for an anniversary. I want a birthday in July, and I want two. I want one at the beginning and I want one at the end.
There's two, one at the beginning and one at the end. Yeah.
And he said we're going to go to September as well because we want birthdays, and I feel there's more than two in September. I feel like it's just a rolling occurrence there.
It's close to September. Both boys, my two boys, should have been September, but they were born early.
Right.
So the sort of like the end of August, beginning of September.
And I don't know whether you know this. Do you understand the connections to Germany, the Black Forest area?
I've been horse riding there. Yeah.
Love. As long as you understand why they've given it to me, that's absolutely brilliant. He's saying we need to bring people together and reunite it. I know it's difficult right now, but he said there's phone calls. You can pick up a phone. So he's encouraging you to do that. So it must be playing on your mind that I need to make some contact as well. He's also given me poems on cards.
Right, yeah.
It's almost like he had them already. They would have been printed out.
I realise where you come in, where you are now. Yeah, he did have them. Yeah, a whole big box of them.
And he's also just given me Heinz tomato soup, and he said it had to be Heinz. Don't give me the other kind. It had to be the Heinz as well there.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm asking why they're coming through. It's about making that first point of contact. So whoever it is that you're thinking about, they are encouraging you to make that as well. Right. He's also going on about a shoulder. You understand that somebody would have problems on Earth with a shoulder left.
It was me.
So they're just letting you know that they're around you and what they're listening to you. Keep talking to them. Keep talking to them. They do hear your words.
Right. Thank you.
They're telling me that you've been giving advice to somebody as well.
Yeah.
Somebody younger.
Yeah.
It will sink in, they're saying. It will go, they will start to appreciate what you are trying to get across. So just keep gently going. Not too hard, they're saying, because if you go too heavy, then they won't listen. But your words are getting through there. I also got to say about January, they said January is passing. Somebody would have passed in January. And I do have to give you primroses.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I am going to leave their love with you.
Thank you.
Now I know you said you've been horse riding, but I've also got to give you a horse, but I'm going to give that to you symbolic because I want to give you the strength. They want to give you the strength as well. They said you don't often need it, but now you do, and they're going to give it from the spirit side to you.
Thank you. Oh, that means a lot. Thank you.
And thank you for working with me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I come to Neil, please? Evening.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi. I've got a gentleman that's coming through and my neck is really it's aching. I don't feel I've got very good movement there. And I've got something in my throat area going on down into the chest area. There's some kind of condition around my throat and I can't swallow properly. He's not taking it away, and it would have had an effect on how I spoke as well. Okay, he's also just said my hands would have suffered as well. I can't straighten out my hands either, and my eyesight would have deteriorated as well. I do want to lean forward, so I would have had a bit of a stoop as well, and that's not what he was like in life. He's telling me he was a very active person, and I want to be playing lots of sport and doing lots of different things. And I was a great round the house, or he thought he was great round the house doing DIY. Do you understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I've also got to give you the name. Sorry, I've just heard two names, Bernie and Bert. Bernie and Bert. So that could be Albert. So if you find one, you'll find the other.
Yeah.
There, but he's just shouted them out. And he's just given me fishing, but I actually want to give that to you more on a symbolic level there, because that's how I feel it wants to go, is that you're fishing for answers or information. There's something about you keep throwing out, do you understand what he's trying to say? And you're reeling it in and you're getting bits, but you're not getting the full picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely. I've also got to raise a glass to you. So there's a celebration. Actually, it's a marking of somebody's passing. So we are the end of January, beginning of February. So there's somebody that they want to remember there.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
They've just given me Tom as well. So they're just going to give me these odd names. They've just said Tom, remember Tom. So I don't know if you do remember Tom, but they've just said remember Tom.
Yeah, I do.
Lovely. And they want to say they're laughing. I have two men here. Okay, I have two men here because they are laughing here. Actually, they said we can have three here. Do you understand the three that would be connected in spirit, men?
Yeah.
Lovely. Very different in character, but when they came together, they just bounced off each other, is what they're telling me. And when we're in, so they are related somehow. I don't know how, they're not telling me, but when we went into gatherings, we bounced off each other. And he's also telling me that we looked out for each other as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're talking about a car, and we're going back a few years. Now, I'm no good with cars, but we're going back where you would have, or they would have all had to push this car to start it. And it's almost like it's a green car.
Long time ago. Yeah, long time ago.
As long as you remember. So they're just bringing that memory in for you. But it's about the laughter and the comradeship that was there as well.
Yeah.
And they're saying that's missed. Greatly missed.
Yeah.
They're giving me September as an anniversary, but I want it at the beginning, the very beginning of September. And I'm asking them what it is. I actually want a passing and a birthday, which would be quite close to each other. It's only a few days between them.
I can't place that, Sarah.
All right. I want it around Tom. So if you can think about it later.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So
No.
you-
Okay. That takes it a
lovely.
different direction. Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely. He's just said we had some really good laughs and good times as well. But there would have been a few heated arguments as well. He's just telling me, but we sorted them out. We sorted it all out, and we came back together as well.
Yeah.
There would have been a Gemini. So that isn't that June, July time, June time.
Yeah. It's June time. Yeah.
Yep. And I've also got a black dog in spirit.
Yeah.
One of them had a really good sense of humour because he's laughing at that. So they would have twisted words, turned words round to create a laugh.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm asking why they're coming through. That I've also got to give you the name Ruby. Ruby will go way back, they're telling me. Ruby. And Pearl. Ruby and Pearl.
I remember Pearl.
Right, so if you remember Pearl, look around her for the...
Yeah, there could be Ruby around there, yeah.
Yep, lovely. And what they're coming through, I'm asking them why they're coming through. They're coming through because there's been lots of memories and thinking back over time for you.
Yeah.
Recalling events as well. And you understand that you're having to put them in order.
Yeah.
Right. And it's more proof to you that they know what's going on.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
They've also said, although one door has closed, it's not shut. You can open that any time.
Okay, good.
Yep. When you're ready, they've just said. So they've added you. When you're ready, you can go through that door when you're ready.
Good. Okay.
They're saying, look back with pride. So the feelings that you've been having, they're saying you should feel it with pride as well. So you've actually achieved stuff.
Yeah, okay.
More than what you may recognise. I am going to leave their regards.
Yeah.
I almost said love, but they said no, we won't. We'll have regards. Okay, but I've also got to give you the name Hilda, and they are laughing. Hilda with the mop. So hope you understand where she is as well.
Yeah, I get that.
And they're saying, go through that door with purpose when the time comes. Yeah, and it will open to a whole world of opportunities for you.
Yeah, I will do. Thank you.
And thank you for working with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Sarah, to you.
Thank you. Right. Okay, the lady that I was going to go to is gone. So let's see where I'm drawn to now. Okay, can I come to Sheila, please?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, just get you on the screen. Okay. I've got a lady that's coming close. Actually, yeah. I think I've got a gentleman as well that's there with her. But the lady, as she comes in, I want to say she's, I want to say a little bit taller than myself. I'm 5'4", so she's a little bit taller than myself. And I know she was comfortable. Yeah. And that was her. Oh, I've lost you. That's it. Okay, and I know she's telling me she was comfortable. And as she comes that little bit closer, I know that I had issues, like my breathing here, but I also feel like I had issues in my tummy that were going on for a long time. Would you understand that?
Yes.
I literally though, I was a lady that would get on with everything. I would just carry on regardless. Nothing would stop her. Even if she's in pain, she'd still get herself out of bed and still carry on. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. I've got this strength about me. That's quite important. I want to say with her hair, I feel she said to me, I had it many different things, many colours actually. I feel like I would have had it straight one minute, and I've had a curl in it many years ago. But would you understand that? Yeah. But I feel like I've had it sort of like an Albany colour, and then it went quite dark. Would you understand? Yeah.
Yes.
With
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, she loved to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to sing Dolly Parton with her. Okay, and I love that, and I hope you can understand the Dolly connection there. Would you understand?
Not really. No.
No, actually,
No, it wasn't.
would you understand the song Rose Garden? That's not Dolly. That's the other one. Lynn Anderson. If I promised you a rose garden.
Yeah, I can take what you're saying there. With
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's literally. I just feel like I want to sing everything that I do. Okay. I've got this energy. I know that I love to cook, but I want to cook. When I cook, I want to cook as if I want to feed everyone up. It's got to be a wholesome meal, and I make anything out of nothing. Words. Okay. I'll make anything out of nothing. I'll chuck it all in. You know. But that's quite important. Would you understand? I want to bring that energy in.
Yes.
Yeah. At the moment, I literally just want to say, you can do it. You can, everything you've got around you, you can make something out of nothing. So I know I want to encourage you to. She's saying, stop worrying. It's going to be all right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I want to wrap you up in warmth and hug you and cotton wool. That and as I do that, I know she's making me feel that you had quite in your younger life. Would you understand that you had to be looked after a little bit more so? Would you understand, like, your health wasn't the best at first when you was younger? If you don't understand, I'll ask her what she's trying to give to me. Right. Yeah, basically, what I feel is like there's okay. I feel like I've got to look after you a little bit more so than just more so than like a normal child. Can you understand?
Yeah, I can take. Yeah.
In that, can you understand what I'm trying to get? If not, I'll keep asking. Yeah. Okay. So I just know that I want to keep wrapping you up in cotton wool because that's what she would have done. Okay. She's given me. Oh, would you understand? I want to give you Mary Poppins. But I feel it's more like her. I feel like I've got a bag that would have everything in.
Yeah.
Would you understand that?
Yeah, I get that,
but there must be a connection to Mary Poppins as well. But as she says that, I feel like as she's saying that, there must be something to do with what she had to take, and it didn't taste very nice. Would you understand?
Yeah, you're talking about medicines and things.
Yeah, because she's putting that song in my head. The spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. So that, if you understand in that way, now we got that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I love to crochet.
No.
Okay. No. Okay. Would you understand her having a crochet blanket though?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought it was her, but I know I've got a crochet blanket that's over my lap with her. Okay, she's bringing me a basket full of eggs now. Okay, but I feel that's symbolic, like as if to say, don't put your eggs all in one basket. Okay, so I hope you understand where that fits. She's just saying, I want to say, hold some stuff back for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You make cards, please?
No.
Okay.
My daughter does, but I don't.
Okay, I'll just say that I've got someone that makes cards. So, okay. So she's just literally showing me that she's around you. Okay. She's giving me a perfume. I'm just trying to get it to build up. Okay, would you understand that I want to give you what's that perfume? Is it white linen? You know, that's going back many years ago.
White musk.
White musk. Okay. White linen is going back.
I know of it, but I don't know why.
Okay, why she's giving me that. I'm not sure why she's giving me that, but I'm okay. Maybe I've got it wrong. But I'll ask her to whatever. Let me just keep going on her energy. Okay, you must have something. Her necklace.
I have got some of her jewellery, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just feel like I've got a necklace or some sort of locket that's got something in. Would you understand?
Oh, yeah, that's what I had with a locket of her hair when she passed.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. All right, she's just mentioning that. Also, another one, I want to say that there must have been issues around her care.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know that she's saying, if I, you know, it just literally, it was backwards and forwards, and she's just showing me as if you've had to shout and scream until you got what was needed. Would you understand?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and the gentleman that's coming in now, I want to say he makes me stand up. I know that I'm a lot taller. I think it's just that he's taller than me, and that's what I can feel with him. I know I've got a little bit of a belly with him, a little bit of a cuddly belly with him. But I know that I had issues getting around. I was literally restricted. So I know that I feel like I would have had to be in a wheelchair with him.
I'm not sure about, I don't have any male figures.
Okay, would you understand an uncle that couldn't get around near the end of his life?
No.
No, okay. Right, okay. He definitely feels that there's a connection there, okay. But maybe, I don't know if you can ask anyone, but I feel like I'm an uncle, and I know that I struggled to get around the end of, you know, I really struggled to get around, and I know that I would have had to use a wheelchair.
Right, okay.
All right. And I'm asking him, because you don't know that much about him, I'm okay, I'm going to ask him why he's come, okay. And he's just coming. Did you play music?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, because he's coming in because he was quite musical himself. Okay, and do you know what I've got? I've got one of those xylophones. Okay, so I don't know if you can look back in the family and find out where the man that played the xylophone. But I want to bring that. He's bringing that energy in for you to remind you that to get back to it. Okay. You must write your own songs as well.
This is all my daughter, not me.
Okay, all right. Okay, your daughter with the music and writing her own songs. Okay. All right, so obviously at the moment I want to bring that some more healing around your daughter. Would you understand? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so obviously they bring that energy in for a reason. So just to keep your daughter where she needs to be, to keep focusing on her music and just focus on that rather than what's going on around her and the influences around her, if that makes sense to you. But I want to say this, beautiful gentleman, you will find his link, and I've got the Uncle Fred or Ted, I'm not quite sure because they sound quite similar to me. Okay, so have a look around there. But I feel like I'm going back. Okay. All right. This beautiful lady wants you to I want to say hold your head up high. Okay. And I know that will be quite important. I want to give you June, but I feel you also know a name of a June as well. There would be a name of a June too.
No, I've had that come up before, and I can't place that. No.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll give it to you. But I'm sure there is a June. It's definitely spirit side. So so maybe if you find where the gentleman fits, then you'll find June. Okay. But the month June, I definitely go give you as well. And I want to also go to September as well with you. Okay, bless her. I want to give you the song "You Are My Sunshine" as well, but to me that comes in just for upliftment, you know, and that energy that you're needing. All right. But that healing there is around the whole family. But I want to say You had red shoes, little red shoes when you was younger.
Yes, I'm not sure if it was me or my sister, but that, yes.
Okay,
One of
because
us did.
okay, so just showing me the little red shoes, and someone would have thought that they were the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so she's bringing those memories in to you. But please take her love, and she's always with you. She's never going to leave you. She said, you know, she's still wrapping you up in her love from the spirit world. Okay.
Yeah.
But please, thank you very much for working with me, and keep on
Lovely.
with your music.
Lovely.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Ah. Right, let's see where I'm going now. Right. Can I come to Andre? Hello. Oh, still muted.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, how are you?
Fine,
All right, let's see what I can get for you. Okay, as I can't join my energy with you, I've got a gentleman that's coming in. I want to say this gentleman, I want to say he makes me feel like he was a strong man. That's all I can say. I know that he was a good build as he blends his energy with me. And I know he must be good 6 foot with him. And I know with him, I've got issues going on with my heart, but this heart condition would have been known before I passed. Would you understand that?
It's my dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I want to say he was quite determined in what he wanted to do as a man. Quite a proud, quite I want to say could be quite authoritative. Would you understand? In the way that he was, but he's telling me he did mellow out. Would you understand? Near the end of his life, would you understand? Yes. And he's telling me he made peace with quite a few things within his life. Would you understand that?
I don't understand that.
Yeah, okay. And he's just saying, he's shown me loads and loads of books. Okay, so I know he was quite wisdom, you know, knowledgeable, but with that, but also a lot of that was with what he did within his life that made him. Would you understand the way that he did? Would you understand? I feel like I've got some sort of military or that sort of energy with him. Would you understand?
I do understand that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I like things. It was. Bless him. He's making me feel like if he's telling me off actually. So I know that he liked things set out, and I feel like I've got lists and things like that. I've got to do it this way. I've got this day. I've got to do that day. I'm really like quite persuasive, if you like, or controlling, if you like, in a nice way. Okay.
It's like father, like son.
Okay, would you understand though, he even you went to go to your education, something to do with your education, that you wanted to go somewhere but he wanted you to go somewhere else. Would you understand? Yes. I'm like sticking to my guns, and you know, but what he's making me feel though, it paid off. Would you understand?
Yes, it did for him.
Okay, and he's just
saying, can I just tell you what it was? I want to go to chef school. And he said to me, no, I have to get my BA degree to be accountant. So I did that. And at own graduation, I gave him his degree and said to him, congratulations. But now I'm going back to school. I'm going to the chef school. So yeah, he did get his wish.
Okay, but would you understand? It paid off. That's the energy he's getting. So I believe that that helped you. Would you understand with your business? Yes. You know. So even though you just told me that, and I just feel like he's saying that helped you to be where you are right
Definitely,
now.
Yes.
Okay. His ways helped you be right where you are right now. Okay. He's coming in with, bless him now, with a lot of emotion. Okay, that love, because he's saying that I should have said things. I should have been encouraging. Okay, I should have been, instead of being so, I want to say, demanding all the time, I feel like he said I should have been a bit more encouraging. I should have told you that you were doing well when I noticed, rather than keeping it to yourself. Would you understand?
I understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. I want to bring healing around the family right now. I feel that you must have lost someone recently. Would you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm bringing a lot of healing around the family. I also want to give love to a girl, a younger girl on the earth around you. I feel like it's your daughter or that sort of energy.
daughter,
Yeah. I want to bring lots of love from him to her. And he's just saying to me that I might not be there, but I'm watching everything that she does and achieves. I feel like I'm really, I want to say hot-headed, a little bit like your dad. Yeah, she's really driven, really independent, and he's saying he's pushing his energy into her, so he's around her. So she likes horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's watching her. He's just showing me that now. Okay. He wants to bring a little bit of healing for yourself. I feel like you get sort of indigestion. Would you understand? A little bit of acid. Yes. So he's bringing that healing there, and he's just saying that something to do with your eating a bit late. But that was him, though. That's him being controlling and trying to. Yeah. I want to go to. I want to give you July. I want to hold you in July, so I know that there'll be a passing in July of a lady. Yeah. Okay, I feel like a grandmother figure that would have been passed in July.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to just a lot of love in July. I want to go to October. I know I've got a birthday in October. I've got two. I've got one in the beginning and one near the end of October as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. There's also a dog that would be in the spirit side as well, a Labrador, like a Labrador type dog. That color, golden, as I've not a Labrador or a golden retriever, that sort of breed.
That's many years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so as long as you understand that. Would you understand the name Reginald? That would be, yeah. Okay, so just mentioning that. Okay, I'm asking, if there's any message for you, like any more. He's just saying, I feel like I've got to adapt and change. Would you understand some bits around you within your working life?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And he's saying that you can do it. Okay, because you've been doubting. Okay, and he's just pushing you and encouraging you to keep going. Okay, keep pushing, because I just feel as you push forwards, there's going to be a doorway that's going to open. All right, so I hope you understand that message of what is good. Yeah. Okay. I want to say he comes in with lots of respect for you. He didn't say I love you, but he did near the end. Would you understand?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
The night before he passed.
Yeah. Okay. And he's saying thank you for forgiving him. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave him his love with you, and thank you very much for working with me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Sarah, I think it's you.
Okay, lovely. Can I come to Ian, please? Evening.
Good evening, Sheila.
Hi. Right. Two things. Firstly, I feel there's a lot of healing energy that's going around you, and I'm not so sure you don't work spiritually. So if you don't work in the healing energy, I want to put that around you anyway. Okay. I do have a lady that's been standing here with me, and she's shown me that that she's got shoulder length blonde hair, quite petite in stature. She's showing me as well. I'm about 5'4", 5'5". I'm not old. I want to be in my 60s area. I want to actually say I'm about 68 there. She had a chuckle for a laugh, she's telling me as well. I've also got to give you the name Rose that would relate around her, the Rose there, the name Rose. It's within the family, she's telling me. And I've also got to say my, whatever illness took me gradually, but it just sapped my energy is what she's telling me. And I do want to be around the tummy area. I actually feel she had cancer, because that's where I want to be, around the tummy area. Do you understand who I've got?
I'm not too sure, Sarah, but Rose is an elder cousin, still on the earth plane.
Right. Would you understand that she needs some upliftment and healing right now? Or would you not know that?
I think you're right. I live in England and she's up in Scotland, so I'm not really in touch, you know.
Okay, but you don't recognise the lady that I've got here?
I don't. No, I don't.
Right, that is a shame. I am. Let me give you 3 things, and if it's not with you, I want a birthday in March, and I must be around the 14th or 15th of March.
Sarah, I'm a man indeed. So
I knew you were going to say that.
I asked my daughter.
Okay. Let me see. Let me give them. I've also been given some apple pies, so there's a love of apple pies.
I buy apple pies, Bramley pies in the Morrison supermarket.
And she's talking about brown shoes, not black, brown shoes.
I'm very colour conscious, but I do have brown shoes, which I wear when I wear brown trousers.
Right. As long as you understand why she's given me. I've also got to give you the name Beryl as well. I do still feel connected with you. I am asking her where she is. She's not telling me where she is. She's just said neighbour. She's just said a neighbour. So if you can think back over the time for a neighbour to match her description as well. She said I had the green gates. It's all about green. I had gates, wooden gates, she's telling me as well, that opened outwards instead of into the drive. So they opened outwards. Don't know why that she's given me that. She's come through. I want you to go back to Scotland with her as well, because she's just given me turnips, not swede, turnips. All right. So I'm asking her to tell me, try and find out where I want to go. And she's not given me much else about her at the moment. So she wants to. There's an anniversary now. We're at the end of January now. There's an anniversary now. I know you said you're no good with dates, but I want a passing to remember now. So there's a passing there to remember. And I also want to go. I want to go to Loch Lomond. I don't know if you've been up to Loch Lomond, but I want memories up Loch Lomond.
Yeah, I have good memories from Loch Lomond.
Right, lovely.
Beryl. Beryl on the airplane's only Beryl I can think of.
Right, I must admit I didn't ask where that was. That's my fault, so I can't confirm or say where the Beryl. She just gave me the name as well. But I don't know where Castle Douglas is, but I've got to give you Castle Douglas as well.
I know Castle Douglas, and I've had the hotel there does mini breaks, weekend breaks, and I've been on several occasions, but not with a Beryl. No, you
wouldn't go with her. She was giving me. I was asking her to give me proof that I'm still with you, so the Beryl would relate somewhere within your circle there. Also, she's also showing me that you like to reflect and find peace in pictures and scenery. It's about scenery and finding peace for you.
Yeah.
And it's about inner peace for you. So whatever's going on around you, it's about finding that inner peace and releasing the turmoil that you might be feeling.
Right.
All right. And that's where the healing comes in as well. If you don't work as a healer, you must give healing without realizing it to other people, because I just want that energy around you that vibrates to other people as well.
I'm a learner member of Amadeitist.
What, for healing?
Under Kevin.
For healing?
No.
Ah, okay. Ask him, explore it, because that's what I want to, they're impressing on me is to open the doorway there for you. But it's
funny you should say that, because I've always sort of indicated to Kevin that I didn't think I would be a medium. So perhaps healing is the other avenue. Yeah.
Comes in full, and also you can do it with words and everything, but I feel you do it naturally anyway, because I just feel energy and vibrations around you. So it's up to you how you explore it. I do have to give you daffodils for a memory. So that's for me is March and April time there. So there'll be memories in March and April there. And I also, what I'm being told is to find that upliftment with music, like Sarah said earlier, but it's calming music, it's meditation, and allow your mind to just go with the flow. Don't block yourself. So you're blocking yourself. You understand why they're saying you're blocking yourself? Mind chatter is what I'm being told. So just allow yourself to go with the flow and enjoy the experience. That's what she's come through to say. It's about finding peace within yourself as well. That goes back many years, I'm being told as well, to find that inner peace.
It would if it's Scotland, yes.
Right, okay. I am going to leave her, it's regards. She says, I'm going to leave regards with you, but I've also going to give you the name Peggy that is in spirit.
Yeah, I can take it.
And I want a tiny little white dog, like a Scottish dog.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of shape and breed. All right. So I'm going to leave her regards with you. Hopefully you'll know where she is. She said, I wasn't in a built up area. I was more on the outskirts. That's why my gates could open outwards. Okay. And I'm going to say thank you for working with me and enjoy your spiritual journey too.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you. Andy, can I come to you, please?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Now, I've got a lady that's drawing close. I do feel that I'm a mum, so if I'm not directly a mum, I would have given you motherly love, okay, because that's what I want to do. I do want to wrap you up right now, and I want to give you comfort. I want to give you comforting words, and I want to give you support in all the right directions, all right? Okay. She's telling me that you need upliftment. Don't we all right now? But she's saying you need upliftment and you need pulling up. So you need a bit of encouragement to go with that upliftment too as well. She's showing me that she's a little bit on the plump side and she's laughing. She's got very rosy cheeks. She's telling me that I would have had dark hair. Wasn't always natural, she's telling me. It would have been dyed. And then she's telling me I would have gone to a lighter shade as well. So I would have gone from almost black to being a little bit browner there as well.
Yeah.
She's telling me she wore glasses. She's also telling me that she liked her slippers, but to be on a decorative side. So they wouldn't have been old granny slippers, as she's calling them. They would have had a bit of fluff or something on the front and slip-ons. So that they're a little bit more feminine is what she's telling me. Although she told me that she'd put on weight, she was still dainty in her steps. Still dainty in her steps. And she's telling me that she would have liked dancing in her younger days and still liked the music to listen to. And she's just said wireless. So she would have listened on a wireless opposed to a CD, or she still referred it to a wireless as well. And when she said music, she's given me the big band kind of music. You understand? The jazz, big bands, that type of music.
Yeah.
She's just given me a bowl of oranges. Now I'm going to give that to you symbolically that you need to have that intake of the vitamin C there. All right. And she's talking about your eyesight. You understand why she's talking about your eyesight?
Yeah.
Headaches. So
Not so much.
if it's not with you, would you understand the headaches with her then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody had a headaches as well. Okay. She wouldn't be the type of person that would have dwelled on what was wrong with her. I don't want to go out to work with her. I would have had the odd job, but I would have been more a home person and looking after the home as well.
Yeah.
That would be my main place as well. And I want to be making bread as well. So I made everything from scratch is what she's telling me. I made it all from scratch as well. She's just put a jigsaw puzzle down in front of me. Now, normally when they put the jigsaw puzzle down, but I want to actually be doing jigsaw, but also you have things that you need to sort out and you're looking for extra pieces to make that puzzle whole.
Yeah.
She's going on about jazz. And is it the trumpet? What do they play in the jazz band? Is it a trumpet?
Yeah, I think it's a trumpet.
So she's shown me that. I'm asking, okay. You're ignoring the signs. You're being given help. And she's saying, even if I blew that trumpet in your ear, you're still going to ignore it. You understand what she's trying to say?
Yeah.
So she wants to encourage you to actually take the help that's being given or the guidance that's being given. You have free will, but she would like to see you take that and take those steps to go forward. You feel you're being held back. She's telling me that part of that's you.
Yeah.
That's fear. You understand? I'm not going to go into it. She's not telling me. She's just saying that's fear of the unknown, but she's pushing you forward. She would have supported you in many different forms.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wants you to eat properly, so stop snacking or not eating. She wants you to eat properly, proper food, and she wants you to drink more water too.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's around you. You're not alone. You might feel you're alone, but you're not alone. She wants to reassure you. You have lots of help, both physically on the earth, but you have help coming this side as well to give you strength as well. There's something about you looking in the mirror. Do you understand looking in the mirror and the thoughts that go through your mind when you're looking there?
Yeah.
Okay, she wants you to stop doing that and be positive. All right?
Okay.
You understand what she's saying there?
Yeah.
Lovely. I think this is a memory about smearing toothpaste all over somewhere.
No, I can't think of that one.
I don't understand, and I'm not. If you don't understand it, I'll ask her what she means by that. She's laughing. I do actually feel it's a memory so if it's not you, there would be somebody else that would have smeared it over the mirror. I'm asking her to give me more information, but that's all I'm getting is that image.
I think I can think what it was. It was the kids at a wedding with a load of hand soap.
Oh, okay. Lovely. I am going to leave her love with you. She liked to sing. I have just been given the song Morning Has Broken. She say there's something about that song and the words about, and I don't know the words, but the upliftment it used to bring her, and she wants to pass that on as well. There's also another gentleman within the family she wants to pass on her love to as well on earth.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't understand.
Yeah, I should think that's my brother-in-law.
She's also given me June as an anniversary. I want to be around the 23rd or 24th there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also want to go to August, but I want to be right towards the end of the bank holiday weekend. So that's 31st, isn't it? 30th, 31st there.
Yeah.
All right, so I want there. She wants you to take that plunge and go forward. She wants to encourage you. That's her message. That's why she's come through. And whatever it is that you're with that jigsaw puzzle, you do have to make a stand. Stand up for yourself. Okay. Make a stand. Say what you need to say with purpose as well. So I am going to leave her love with you, and I am going to say thank you for working with me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Sarah or Kevin? I've got no sound.
Can't hear you, Kevin.
Is that better?
Yeah.
It's a silly button. It presses against my leg and against the desk, and it mutes me sometimes, which a lot of people are thankful for. But yeah, we're actually calling time, Sarah. So thank you both for a lovely evening. I'm sure everybody will agree it was fascinating to watch you both work. So thank you very much for a lovely service.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. What is left then is for me to give out notifications, play our closing prayer and our closing hymn. So our next service will be next Saturday, 6th of February at 7 p.m. And our guest medium is Lynn Parker. It'll be her second visit, so we shall look forward to that. We do have a weekly beginner, a psychic medium development circle on Fridays. And Wednesdays, we have an inspired talking circle. So please contact me for details if interested in either of those. We also have our weekly open reading circle on Tuesday evenings, and all are welcome to come along to that. Now, I shall hand over to Sarah for which one? Sarah W, I think, for our closing prayer. Over to
the other one.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening, because we couldn't work without you. So if you could just join me in prayer, please. Divine and gracious Spirit, we thank you for the energy, the upliftment, and the messages that have been passed on this evening. We ask that you send out any unused energy into the universe, to wherever it is needed the most. And we ask that we send guidance and comfort to those that so greatly need it right now. Let's spare very special thoughts for all those on the sick beds and help them to recover or take their transition over into the new world. And for the people that are left behind, send them the love and the healing they seek. We ask that every leader of every nation has more compassion and understanding over the people they rule, and help them to make the right choices and go in the right direction. And we leave this evening that we all have a really good night's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed and energized tomorrow morning. Amen.
Amen.
God be with you till we meet again. By his counsel's guide uphold you. With his sheep securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again.
God be with you till we meet again. Neath his wings securely hide you. Daily manna still provide. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet, God be
be with you. God be with you. Oh, God be with you till we meet again.